Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Good evening. It is Fair News Live at 5.
Good evening, everyone. This is Joshua Marsh along with Emily Versman for our first lively nightly news brought to you by Selking International right here at the Decatur County 4-H Fairgrounds. And what a day it is that's already off and running.
It is opening day. We've been out. Open class projects coming in. 4-H projects are already here. Buildings are open. We've got vendors. We've got rides. We've got just a little bit of everything going on.
It has been what a start to the day. It's a Thursday. It's been warm. The weather is south of us, and there was projects that showed up today, open class, and I think we're also going to have some guests this evening.
We are. We've got some folks to look forward to. We're going to talk with New Directions. They sponsor the Dunk Take here every year, so we're going to hear who's going to be in that this week. We've also got Rex McKinney coming from Decatur County Memorial Hospital, a huge sponsor this year of the Decatur County Fair. And then also Triple R. They bring the horses to the fair and are involved in the horse show. So excited to have all of those guests with us tonight, and we're going to give you a little look at what's happened today and what's coming up. So again, we had open class today, and Mayor Marsh, you actually had the opportunity to pick the mayor's choice.
We did. So this was something new this year, and I call it a Kathy Versman special. And that she said, hey, we saw this happening in another community. We would love to have the mayor weigh in on a few classes in the open class project. And of course, WTRE picked that up this year from the Decatur County Extension Homemakers. So I'm glad to be a part of that. It was kind of fun. I had not done that before. And thank you, Emily, for helping walk me through sort of the process and what we're looking for. So we did antiques, quilts, and photography today. And then I think Monday,
That's the big day.
Monday is the pie contest,
yes,
I believe. So
that's the pie day.
It was a lot of fun. It's always good to walk around and check out all the projects that so many people put so much time and effort into. And then also, it's interesting to see as those projects change year over year and different emphasis and different pieces. And then the labor of love that so many people put into them.
You look at the quilts especially. I was looking at those as they were coming in this morning. And I'm thinking, I cannot imagine how many hours goes into making one of these quilts. So we love having all of those open class things come in and look forward to seeing what more we're going to have. We're going to have our first guest coming up here in just a few minutes. Today we had going on the goat show. And, I think the entries for the goat show were up because we started this morning with the beef show. Dairy goats this morning, and then that actually ran over a little bit. So the meat goats this afternoon, they started a little bit later, but that just wrapped up. So goats have already shown they're done for the day and for the year. So it's amazing how fast that goes.
Well, it's pretty rare that we spend the morning talking about goats. Sandy this morning was talking with me about the pygmy goats and her fascination and love of those. And then this evening we're talking about the goat show as well. So all of that's done through the process. I think we're going to try to bring results from those shows tomorrow.
Yes, so as they get, now Bonita spent the day with us. I know Lana was out because of the show going on. So those ladies will spend the evening putting all those results into the computer that generates a report that she sends out to all of us. So starting tomorrow, we'll have a lot of results to pass along, and looking forward to seeing, who took it home. A lot of hard work goes into those animals and projects.
And so if you're listening either on air, online, or here on site, this is a new feature that WTRE is putting together this year. It's Live at 5, Nightly Fair News. And Emily, why don't you sort of talk about what this week's going to look like for you and I, and then also for the listeners. So if you were wondering where the evening program is, this is new this year.
This is new this year. So we've in the past always done a wrap-up show. We've kind of done it out of our booth. What makes it difficult with that is we love to visit everybody. So getting results and those things are harder. So we tried a little more structured results show this year, and we also have so many guests that we're going to have each night. So a lot of our not-for-profits are going to be here with us. I know the Boy Scouts are lined up for one day this week. I talked with Let's today. Let's is back. There's been questions. Is Let's Fish going to be there? Let's is here. I confirmed it with their chief today, and this is actually Let's 40th year that they are out and about frying fish. So there we've got some sheep getting ready for the sheep show. That's going to be taking place tomorrow, so that's exciting. They're walking by. You never know what you're going to see on the fairgrounds. That's the lesson. So we're going to have guests throughout the week that are here. They've got a booth set up, and we're just going to chat with everybody and tell you all that's going on. Laura's Rides, Andy with them are going to join us on, I believe, Saturday and Monday, so he'll give us a preview of what's out there. I tried to get my nephew to ride the boat, and he said, I'm not doing it. that's not happening. So, but so many new rides, a lot of rides this year, so that's very exciting. And then we'll talk about grandstand events, and each evening we're going to give you, before we wrap up, an idea of what the next day is going to look like. So we are pumped to have all of this going on, and I think we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, our first guest is going to be joining us live here at the Decatur County Fairgrounds. And we do want to say a big thank you. Morgan's running all of our technical stuff for us this week, and Billy Joe will be back at the station running the board. So thank you to both of them. It takes a whole team to make it work, as we've done all day today. So we've had commissioners, we've had the mayor, we've had our extension home ladies chipping in. So we thank everybody for doing that. So we're going to take a break, Morgan. We'll be right back with our first guest tonight.
The Decatur County Fair is back, and so are Buy Right Auto's Fair Time Deals. Buy Right Auto is offering what you have been waiting for, the fairest, craziest deals of the year. Mention you heard us on WTRE for $100 gas to go with your crazy fair deal purchase. Come to Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today for the fairest, craziest deals of the year.
When you have a busy day, every minute matters. That's why the Decatur County Memorial Hospital Pharmacy offers a variety of services to help you receive the care you need to best fit your lifestyle. With a free home delivery option for Decatur County residents, a walk-in retail pharmacy, and a drive-through service, you can choose the option that allows you to receive the medications or prescriptions you need both quickly and conveniently. Our pharmacy proudly accepts all major insurances and offers discounted over-the-counter medications at our retail pharmacy. Another way DCMH is helping you receive the quality care you want close by.
Everything is getting smarter. Good thing your Decatur County REMC has the knowledge and expertise to help you make smarter, work harder. Today, there are more ways than ever to make your world more energy efficient, and Decatur County REMC can show you how. Take the next step to go electric, then put the power of Decatur County REMC to work for you. Decatur County REMC, your touchstone energy cooperative and your source for power and information.
Welcome back. I'm Joshua Marsh along with Emily Versman for our first evening of Fair News live at 5, brought to you by Salking International. And we have our first guest of the week, so congratulations. Kelly Wampler with New Directions is here to sort of talk a little bit about the agency. And of course, you do the dunk tank every year, which is always a lot of fun. And it's always interesting to see who's on your list. And Sandy and I this morning were talking about how I'm no fun. I was
just thinking, I think a special guest one night for 1 hour. I see it in the future, don't you?
I was trying to be so kind since I'm the first guest, and I was going to say, yes, it is very fun, and we just can never get our mayor in there. But I will not say that.
Yeah, don't say that. He would never get in there.
Our agency and very supporting of everything that we do, so I would never say that.
So tell us a little bit about New Directions and what you guys do.
So New Directions is the only domestic violence shelter here in Decatur County. We serve Decatur County and surrounding counties as well. This year, through the end of June, we have helped 150 adults and their collective children somewhere over 200. So we're teetering on about 400 people who have needed our services up to this point this year. So it's a realm that we don't like to talk a lot about. So we always don't get a lot of recognition, which is sometimes for the best. But what we are doing is very important, so I'm glad you had us here tonight.
So a lot of people know maybe your agency by name, and obviously you shared a little bit about what we do. And I know a couple of times a year you guys host pretty substantial fundraisers. And so what are a couple of those that maybe people who haven't participated in the past could do?
So in the spring, we host our Jeep Ride, which that's already taken place this year. The big one that's up and coming, that's growing every year. This will be our 10th annual Wine and Roses event that takes place August 12th. We are hosting that at St. Mary's this year. It's dinner and auction, and that is our big fundraiser that fills the gap for our shortfalls from our grants.
And so one other thing I know that you've done past or started last year was the Purple Light Bulb Project, which was kind of fun to watch.
That was more just like community involvement. So I didn't so much think of that as a fundraiser, although it actually did turn out that way with the free will donations. So October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we are trying just to let our community know what we do, and that it's okay to talk about the things that are going on in our community, and that we are available to have those conversations. And we just wanted to put purple light bulbs on people's porches so that they could represent or share that, hey, we are in support of those who are going through abuse of any type. So that was a fun project.
And we were kind of joking about the dunk tank, but that's also a New Directions project here at the fair, and you have special guests, so I'll put you on the spot. Do you know who's coming this evening?
I do know who's coming this evening. Our first guest is Tony Blodgett, Commissioner, followed by PJ Metz from North Decatur, and then Andy Hadler, the New Point Marshal.
So when you guys started the dunk tank, it was a few years ago that this started. Mm-hmm. So how do you get people involved in that?
I leave those, anything that involves like arm twisting or anything of that sort. April does a really great job, at that. So we do try to get a good sweep of people and representation in the community. So we always have law enforcement in there, someone from the fire department, and then we found that the schools usually have competitors that want to take part in it. So we've tried to shake it up a little bit, but we have our favorites that come back every year who are really loud and do a great job of raising funds while they're in there. And the last couple of years, it's kind of turned into a competition. It involves a trophy. So we'll see who's in the running for that this year. I'll be excited to.
So beyond tonight, do you know some of the other guests that we'll see this week?
You will see not Mayor Marsh. You will see Jeremy Paisel in there. You will see Logan Wilder in there. You will see a couple of the Greensburg High School football players, Bryson Aplanup and Austin Cruz. The new football coach from Greensburg High School will be in there. We have a couple of Greensburg athletes, the Dwinger doubles. They're in there every year.
I've seen them every year, and they are so fun.
They have such a good time, and they do show up. Emery Jackson, she almost beat Logan last year in the fundraising, and she's back in there this year.
And now that she's a national champ,
yes,
she should beat Logan.
She is a competitor. That is proven. And she's in there again this year. And then we have Randall Coors, and Chris Stephen is always in there, and he always, he makes himself known. A new one that was just added recently that I wasn't aware of before I walked in here, Colin Rigney, who just joined the Greensburg staff, so he'll be in there. And we have coach of the Greensburg Tiger Sharks, Josh Hawkins, will be in there, and Chris Uli from Celebrate Recovery.
Such a great variety, and it pulls out so many different crowds. Now, it does cost to dunk, but it goes for a good cause. So tell us the cost to throw that ball.
It is, don't hold me to this, but I believe it is $2 for one ball, $5 for 3 balls, or you can pay $10 and just go.
That is my favorite. Right? I just pick one person a year that I just go hit that button.
Yes.
And that's, if, Mayor Marsh was there, that might be the person.
He would probably raise the most money just by people who wanted to dunk.
The funny part about this is I haven't seen Emily Versman in the dunk tank either.
Oh, yes. So now it's on.
I don't know about that, but
we're busy, aren't we?
We are. We have to host this show every night.
We have a daily show, unfortunately.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is our new version of the Fair Nightly News, live at 5. Our first guest of the week is Kelly Wampler with New Directions. Kelly, obviously, again, we were talking about New Directions and the fundraising. If someone doesn't know about your organization, how can they find out about it, or how can they get in contact with you? Because I know the domestic abuse is such a hot topic, or maybe a topic that people don't talk about openly, so they may not share this great resource. How would someone find out about your services if they needed it?
So the easiest thing, and it's very vague, but when you go to our webpage, it's mynewdirections.org. Kind of gives a list of our services, but the best way is if you're dealing with any type of abuse or any type of power and control issue, and you have a question about ways that we might be able to help, or if you're actually experiencing what you think you're experiencing, feel free to just give us a call. It's 812-662-8223. Or hopefully you're going to see a little bit more of us in the community too, and some of those questions will be answered as our teens roll out their education for youth. And it seems like whenever we're educating our youth and there is youth involvement, that the adults in our community seem to get better educated as well. So you might be seeing some more information floating around about us, but just give us a call.
What I love, you're the director, but you have an amazing team that is there with you.
Yes, absolutely. We have a case manager, April Richards, and we now have a youth educator, Lily Grimes, and then Livy Grimes actually joined us as an intern through the summer. So they are launching in full force all of our teen involvement stuff. So if you are here at the Decatur County Fair and you stop by our booth, preferably tonight or tomorrow so that you can take advantage of it, we are doing tie-dye t-shirts. Those will be free of charge only to teens, and they can grab their shirt, tie-dye it. If they wear it back to the fair this week, we're going to give them a little card that gives them a couple of perks at some of the local vendors only. So you'll get, some perks from Fuzz Tops, from Cornerstone, from Crazy Dave's, the Lemon Shake Up. Like there's all kinds of little perks that they can get as long as they have that tie-dye t-shirt on from us. We're in partnership with those local vendors. So the teens, it's just to get awareness out for teen dating violence and just overall healthy relationships and making sure our youth of our Decatur County are educated.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, Kelly Wampler with New Directions. You guys have a lot going on this week.
We do, but we look forward to seeing everyone, so please stop by our booth, and if you don't see myself or April out there, you will see Lily or Livy. One of us will be there at all points this entire week.
All right, well, thank you. Once again, we're coming to you live from the Decatur County Fairgrounds, the Farm and Home Building, brought to you by Silking International. We'll take a quick break and be back here on Tree Country 1330.
Kochmeyer Brothers Feed and Grain has been handling grain for area farmers for almost 50 years, with locations in St. Paul and Fairland. They supply corn to the Evan Williams Distillery and are your Purina feed dealer. Kochmeyer Brothers Feed and Grain. They're at 102 West Pearl Street in St. Paul. Phone 765-525-4309. That's Kochmeyer Brothers Feed and Grain of St. Paul.
Hello, this is Joe Mormon, President and CEO of the Napoleon State Bank. 120 years ago, what started as a small-town bank in 1903 has now grown into a strong, locally owned bank with 7 branches that serves Ripley and Decatur counties. A bank that is thankful for our customers and employees and has continued to stay true to who we are. Now that's something worth celebrating. Learn more about our 120-year history at NapoleonStateBank.com.
The Napoleon State Bank, not your typical bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Obermeyer Agri Group wants to thank you, Decatur County and surrounding counties, for over 40 years of business. We enjoy working with you and are looking forward to serving you for many years to come. We are the top grain handling and drying business in southeast Indiana. Obermeyer Agri Group believes in quality products, superior workmanship, and are committed to serving the needs of all our customers with distinction. We are open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday by appointment. We are large enough to serve you, yet small enough to care. And we offer a quality line of Brock bins, unloading and drying equipment. Why not give us a call today, or even better, stop by our showroom and enjoy our antique memorabilia while you find out the latest in grain handling and drying equipment available today. Call us at 812-663-4020.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Selkin International is thrilled to announce we have acquired Shirks International. Shirks has been a part of the Greensburg community for over 60 years, and we proudly introduce ourselves as the new owners and operators of the International Truck Dealership in this area. We understand the importance of Shirks' legacy and the trust they have built over the years. We pledge to honor their storied reputation while forging ahead with our customer-centric approach. Silk International has been a family-owned and operated business for 54 years, and we understand the importance of our community, trust, and customer service. Together, let's drive forward for a bright future.
Welcome back to Nightly Fair News, live at 5, brought to you by Selking International. And we are live from the Decatur County Fairgrounds each evening, and we are also on air on WTRE and online on WTRE Radio on YouTube. And we also are joined by a very special guest. I'm Joshua Marsh along with Emily Versman. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, we've got Miss Decatur County first runner-up, Kaylee Smith. How's it going so far?
It's very hot, but very fun so far.
It's opening day, but so much going on.
Yeah.
Tell us what you've done today.
I helped at the goat show, the dairy goat show for a little bit, and then I had to get my horse ready for tomorrow.
Okay, so what are you going to be showing in tomorrow?
There is Western groundwork, and then English groundwork, and then English riding.
Okay, so he is not a 4-H'er. I have horses, but I didn't do that. So explain some of what those mean, what kind of riding that is.
So it's two different styles. How I kind of explain it is English is the fancier riding, and then Western is more of the relaxed, the one with the horn on the saddle.
All right, very good. So being on the court, running for Queen, tell us about that experience.
It was very fun, very stressful. I had to practice a lot. I had a trainer that helped me for up to the day, and then she came and watched me. I still was very nervous. I have stage fright, so it was quite hard to get on that stage and try to be relaxed. But it was fun when I knew some people running with me.
And so I know that there's been some profiles done, but we kind of skipped over a little bit. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I am Kaylee Smith. I am going to be a senior at North Decatur. I am a volunteer fire cadet at Adams Township Volunteer Fire Department. I've been on it for about 5 years. I want to go into criminal justice when I graduate high school to be a local police officer with a K-9.
So here's a little known fact about Kaylee. Some may know, but I've already called first dibs. She is going to be our first female sheriff in Decatur County.
That would be awesome. Yes.
Tell us about that goal.
I've always wanted to be something with law enforcement, police, sheriff, but I really want to work with a K-9. I am blind in my right eye, so to be able to have a partner like a dog would be amazing to work with.
So what are we most looking forward to this fair week?
Making new friends, seeing all the animal shows, and all the projects.
And so a lot of people may not know, but even the entire court has a lot of duties this week, and I know we've talked a little bit about that. Is there a particular show? Obviously, you're going to be in the horse show, but is there a particular show you're looking forward to?
I love watching the dairy cow show.
And I think we already achieved that today, right?
No, that was the dairy goats.
Dairy goats for today.
Yes.
Okay.
We have dairy cows coming up tomorrow, actually, right? Yeah. I believe so. I think tomorrow morning about 11 will be the dairy cow show. So just so many things happening. That's the hard part.
Yeah, very, very stressful. There's a lot of shows that go on throughout the day.
And Emily always asks, what's your favorite food and what's your favorite ride?
My favorite food is the tenderloins, and then probably the Ferris wheel or the carousel, one of those two.
You didn't go for the boat either.
No, it's kind of scares me.
I hear that a lot. I just don't understand. No one wants to ride it with me.
I love big rides at like Kings Island, like all the big roller coasters, but the boat kind of scares me.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you've got tons of other things to do. It looks like some more of your court may have just shown up that we'll snag as well. So thanks again. Good luck with all of your 4-H projects.
Thank you so much.
All right. Once again, it's a news live at 5, Silking International bringing that to you. And we're so thankful for them. For those that aren't aware of Silking International, just a little background there. They just recently purchased Shirks International, which was a staple in our community. They are a family-owned company and intend to continue to carry that. So very excited to have them on board with us. And it looks like the Queen is here, Josh.
It is. We're going to be joined. We've got a couple special guests. They were walking by, and so they're going to join us as well as soon as they make their way up on stage.
All right. There we have Miss Decatur County, Maddie Bowman. All right. So it's opening day here. Miss Decatur County, what do you think so far?
I am exhausted, but I've been having so much fun. We had the goat shows today, which have been all day, and honestly, it's been the best time of my life.
Now, had you ever been involved in goats before?
I have not, so this is actually a first for me. I've watched people show goats, but I've never actually participated in it.
Now, I know the 4th of July parade, did we determine that was officially the first parade?
Yes, it was.
So now you know the fair parade on Sunday, we're up to 120 entries, and it's longer. Do you have the waves down and ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm prepared. The 4th of July prepared me.
All right, and we've also got Miss Decatur County second runner-up. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Grace Young. I'm Miss Decatur County second runner-up.
All right, so what have been your? I think everybody's kind of been at the goat show today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've been with her all day, handing out awards. We passed out the ribbons and everything like that.
All right, so what are you most looking forward to this week?
I'm not sure. I love everything. I'm honestly excited for you to kiss the frog.
That's just so fun. I'm not going to lie. One of my favorite things is the frog jumping contest, but in the end, she will kiss the winner. Am I turning into a prince?
Maybe, hopefully.
Now, we always like to know, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite ride here at the Decatur County Fair?
My favorite ride is definitely the boat. I love the boat.
That's what I was just looking for a ride.
I love the boat. I will definitely ride it with you 100 times. My favorite food, probably the taco stand. I loved the taco stand. Love it. And I love the pies there. Amazing pies.
There's just so many choices. What about you?
Mine would be the boat too, and I like the donuts that we have
and
every
as
single
soon
year.
as they come out of the fryer,
Oh,
that
yes,
hot.
yes.
Yeah. So we've got so much to offer here at the Decatur County Fair, and I know you girls have a busy week. Please feel free to stop in. We'll be here from 5 to 6 every night, so bring your court. And there's Miss Congeniality. I don't think she's here tonight.
She'll be here later. She'll be here later. So she's going to join us later. She had to work this morning, a work appointment, and then she'll be here tonight.
We look forward to talking with you girls all week long. Your experiences, we can live through those, bring them to people at home. So thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks. Again, Tree Country 1330 WTRE. And we'll have some more guests arriving shortly. And we thank everyone for being here. Again, you can listen to us live on the air, AM 1330. You can watch us on our YouTube, WTRE Radio. And then you can also join us on site here at the Farm and Home Building.
It is. It's our first evening of the fair, and we're excited to continue to talk about the livestock shows. Today, we also saw open classes get delivered. And then yet this evening, we are going to have even more items happening. At 6 o'clock, the 2023 crowning of the 4-H King and Queen, and then the presentation of Miss Decatur County and her court. And then at 6:30, we've got public speaking and verbal communications contest. And then something new that's being added to the fair this year is here in the Home and Garden Building every evening at 7. There is some live music.
There's music, yeah.
And so tonight we're joined by Rich Bryant. So they've got the sound system set up, the chairs, and it's going to be a great place to be. The building is in great shape. The commissioners and the fair committee have been doing a great job of getting some of the buildings refreshed a little bit. And then we also have a special thanks to Expressions Florist for helping with the stage.
You know, when we go to do something, it just has to be pretty. We have to make sure it's pretty. So we do thank Expressions for decorating for us. Commissioners have done a great job. And Jake, our helper, the grounds helper here at the fairgrounds, painted this building, brightened it up. So we thank them. We are going to take a very quick break. We're going to take a very, very quick break as we welcome our next guest to the stage. We'll be right back on Tree Country 1330 WTRE.
The Decatur County Fair is back, and so are Buy Right Auto's Fair Time Deals. Buy Right Auto is offering what you have been waiting for, the fairest, craziest deals of the year. Mention you heard us on WTRE for $100 gas to go with your crazy fair deal purchase. Come to Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today for the fairest, craziest deals of the year.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to our Fair News Live at 5, brought to you by Silking International. I'm Emily Versman, joined tonight with Josh Marsh. We are also joined now, Decatur County Memorial Hospital CEO Rex McKinney. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know you've been a big player and sponsoring the fair this year, and so much going on at DCMH.
Absolutely. We're glad to be here tonight, and our team is very excited about this community event. DCMH is focused completely on the community, and this is a way that we get out and engage with the community and play a great part in 4-H. I'm glad to be here.
Now, you guys have a tent set up and you have different staff members out and about to interact. Explain how that's important to the community.
Yeah, each evening our team will be here engaging with the community. Of course, we have some giveaway items. I have to mention the gas cards we're giving away, and there's a very large television that we're giving away also. So please visit our booth. We're also going to be doing some screenings each evening, blood pressure screenings and that sort of thing. But the primary reason is just to engage with the community and let our community know that DCMH is here if they need them.
And Rex, obviously there's a lot of changes. You're in year 5, I think, with DCMH, if I recall correctly, and you've been really at the helm through COVID and all of the changes, but also great physical changes are happening at the campus with the rehabilitation center. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Glad to. And yes, Josh, it's been 6 years, believe it or not. The time is moving on very rapidly, and we're having a great time serving our community at DCMH. You know, last year, I have to remind everyone, was our 100th year of serving Decatur County, and we're very proud of that legacy. And our team today is focused on leaving their own legacy, and one of those things is our new rehab medical office building that you can visibly see today, which really enhances our campus. And it's an addition of 26,000 square feet. We have a great rehab services department, but our space is simply not sufficient for today's healthcare needs. So we're fixing that with the physical therapy rehab building. We're also, there will be an orthopedic clinic. So we have outstanding orthopedic surgeons in our community. They're going to be on site in that building, in addition to a foot and ankle clinic. And one of the things I'm really excited about is the second floor is completely dedicated to expansion and future needs. So there's exam rooms upstairs, and that's about 13,000 square feet itself. So we're well positioned for growth in the future and the future needs of healthcare in Decatur County.
And I know one of the things, I had the opportunity to tour it the other day with yourself and some others to talk about what that future looks like. One thing that people may not know that is also a new feature to the campus directly behind that building is a publicly available walking trail. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We're very proud of the walking trail and the enhancement of our campus. You know, a few years ago, we identified a strategic plan related to what our community is going to need. And the most effective, efficient way to do that is enhance our existing campus. So we did acquire some property for future needs. But in the meantime, we wanted to promote health and wellness and partner with the city and the local parks to enhance walkways and promote physical fitness in our community, and also create a very inviting campus. So the walking path is handicap accessible. It's great to see our community utilize it. And I wanted to remind everyone that the majority of that walking path was donated by grateful individuals who have been served at DCMH over the years. So it's just great to engage the community in that way. And of course, Honda supported that as well, great business partner to promote health and wellness. So very proud of the campus and the way it's looking. And I believe the medical office building is going to add to that as well.
I think it's important too that DCMH, it's not just a hospital, but you have so many services that are offered, from family medicine, pediatrics. Can you kind of review some of those different offerings?
You bet. Now, most individuals might think that we're just a small community hospital, but we are a large, small community hospital with some great services. Our core strength is certainly primary care, pediatric care, and surgical services, and of course the rehab services I mentioned. But we are blessed to have some specialties right here locally. I mentioned orthopedic surgery, but we have many other specialties. We have a great pulmonary medicine and sleep medicine department. Of course, Dr. Dar, our pediatrician, was recently added to our team, so we're very proud to expand in that. But our surgical services, along with orthopedic surgery, we have great general surgeons. We have an a urology service that is unique, neurology as well as endocrinology, and we also have partnered with a rheumatologist to provide services on site, as well as vascular surgery. And that's just some of the specialty services that might surprise some community members who have not had to seek medical care, but that's available right here locally, and we're very proud to be able to do that and sustain great medical care right here in our community.
You also offer a walk-in clinic, and I think that is a great thing for folks, whether it's Saturday morning or a Tuesday morning and you have that earache or sore throat.
Exactly. We have great primary care providers, but at times in the off hours or on those urgent needs, we do have that immediate care service on Michigan Avenue right across from Tops in that area. And that is a great service that expedites care at the appropriate level. We do not want individuals to seek say, higher level care in emergency department if it's not appropriate. So we do have that immediate care service with great providers, great medical direction, as well as some outstanding nurse practitioners to ensure that the community needs are met in our community, our health needs are met in our community.
Well, Rex, we thank you for joining us on our nightly news update live at 5 from the fair. And obviously, DCMH has been a big supporter of the fair and continues to be. So on behalf of everyone who supports the fair, thank you for doing that. And Emily always likes to ask the question. I saw Robin, your wife's with you this evening. Where are you guys headed for dinner?
Well, it's going to be somewhere here on the fairgrounds. And I'm not sure exactly. I've heard the Optimist has a great offering tonight, but we need to make a lap and assess that. So, but we always enjoy county fairs, and this is one of the best I've attended. So thank you for having us on. And you're right, DCMH is a great community partner, and we're going to continue being that. And I appreciate you recognizing that. Thank you.
All right, again, Rex McKinney with DCMH, CEO. Thanks for being here again tonight with us. We'll take a quick break, live at 5 Fair News, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes on Tree Country 1330.
Kochmeyer Brothers Feed and Grain has been handling grain for area farmers for almost 50 years, with locations in St. Paul and Fairland. They supply corn to the Evan Williams Distillery and are your Purina feed dealer. Kochmeyer Brothers Feed and Grain. They're at 102 West Pearl Street in St. Paul. Phone 765-525-4309. That's Kochmeyer Brothers Feed and Grain of St. Paul.
Hello, this is Joe Mormon, President and CEO of the Napoleon State Bank. 120 years ago, what started as a small-town bank in 1903 has now grown into a strong, locally owned bank with 7 branches that serves Ripley and Decatur counties. A bank that is thankful for our customers and employees and has continued to stay true to who we are. Now that's something worth celebrating. Learn more about our 120-year history at NapoleonStateBank.com.
The Napoleon State Bank, not your typical bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Overmeyer Agri Group wants to thank you, Decatur County and surrounding counties, for over 40 years of business. We enjoy working with you and are looking forward to serving you for many years to come. We are the top grain handling and drying business in southeast Indiana. Overmeyer Agri Group believes in quality products, superior workmanship, and are committed to serving the needs of all our customers with distinction. We are open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday by appointment. We are large enough to serve you, yet small enough to care. And we offer a quality line of Brock bins, unloading and drying equipment. Why not give us a call today, or even better, stop by our showroom and enjoy our antique memorabilia while you find out the latest in grain handling and drying equipment available today. Call us at 812-663-4020.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back. We are coming to you live at 5 every night of the fair, except Sunday. It's parade night.
That's right. Good evening, everyone. Joshua Marsh along with Emily Versman, and quite a crowd is gathering here in the Home and Garden building, but I think that's probably for the 6 o'clock event.
You think?
I think we're getting out. The news about tonight's show is getting out. 6 o'clock is the crowning of the 4-H King and Queen, presentation of Miss Decatur County and her court, and then at 6:30 we have public speaking and verbal communications contest. 7 o'clock is the music by Rich Bryant. But we also have an event happening over at the grandstands. It's the Wolf Bros ATV races, and those will start at 7:30. Pit passes are available. Grandstands 5 and under is free, and the midway is going to open in 15 minutes.
It is. It is opening day of the Decatur County Fair, and it has been quite a busy day. So much going on, and again, it's only day one. I took a gander out there on the midway just to see what rides we have. They brought a few new rides in this year, and the midway is packed. So I know during COVID and that transition, a few rides went down, and they had to make some adjustments. This year, the midway is full, and yes, we're going to open the midway at 6 o'clock. Very excited about that. This only being the first day of the fair, so we've got tomorrow, and tomorrow, first thing from 7 to 10, beef check-in will start in the Livestock Pavilion.
And then at 9, we have the Horse and Pony Show, which we heard about earlier.
At 11 o'clock will be the dairy show in the pavilion. One thing I love during the dairy show is they do the milking contest. I would be no good, but it's a fun thing.
It is. And then, of course, at 5 o'clock, we've got swine showmanship, county born and bred show, and all of that's happening in the livestock pavilion.
And we will carry that show live on YouTube as well. And live, it will be on the air, but you can hear it on the internet, on YouTube, WTRE Radio. Kevin Kreitz will bring you that. Tomorrow from 4 to 10, the 4-H building and the Farm and Home building right here will be open.
And then tomorrow we have flowers, plants and garden, and food preservation. Those are all checking in between 9:30 and 11:30. Judging will be at noon. Quite a good group usually participates in that, so that's always a lot of fun.
I'm excited to see what will show up tomorrow. I love to see the flower presentations. That's always very exciting for me. And then tomorrow night on the stage, it will be music by the Feldmans, so local music right here in Greensburg, and they'll be following us on the stage tomorrow night.
And they were actually the opening act at the last Decatur County Summer Concert Series. So it'll be great to have them back. If you enjoyed that, be sure to come out and participate and join them as well.
We also have tomorrow night in the grandstand. It's the All-Star Circuit of Champions, the TQ Midgets at 4 o'clock. The gates will open. 7:30, the event will start. Pit passes are $20. Grandstands are $10, and 5 and under are free. Now, with the TQs, it's always a question, will Tony Stewart show up? Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
And then tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock is when the Lures Rides reopen. I think that's sort of their evening time, except on Saturday and Sunday, and then I believe Monday.
And Monday, I believe, is Family Day, so it will open much earlier, I believe at 1 o'clock. And on Sunday, it's discount ticket night. All rides are 1 ticket off of regular price. But on Monday, it's Family Day. Best day to ride rides because it's 1 ticket per ride. So you want to make sure and visit Lures. I'm excited to be visiting with Andy this weekend. We also need to say the parade is coming up on Sunday. 120 entries. Are we ready for this?
The number keeps growing,
It
and
does.
it's always one of those things where we look forward to the fair parade. It's always a kind of a mess getting it lined up, but then once it starts and heads down Park Road, it is about 1.5 miles, 1.75 miles of uphill in the middle of the Sunday afternoon heat, but it's always a lot of fun. It's great to see everyone along the route. They've got their standard seats. I typically hand out somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 suckers, and we make it down here to the fairgrounds, and then historically we've turned in at the top of the hill. And so a note, if you're listening and haven't maybe heard the news, the parade is going to turn in by the animal shelter, come up the hill past the horse barns, and reverse its direction through the fairgrounds, exiting out towards the extension office. And the reason for that is it's going to allow it to disband out and then take Main Street back down to the staging area.
Yes, the parade has just gotten so large, which we think is a wonderful thing, and so many new entries that we've not had before that makes it even more exciting. So we're excited. Chris Ramey put that together this year, and he's done a great job with it, and we'll be there. Another question is, are you walking or riding?
This is our nightly news show, Fair News, live at 5. We're going to be joined by special guests each evening. We're going to talk about today's results, or at least the previous day's results. And so today we didn't cover the sheep, the dairy goat show, the goat show. We didn't get those covered, but we're going to cover them tomorrow.
We'll have those results. Again, a big thanks. So Christopher Fogel, he is in charge of extension here in Decatur County. Nora, she is the actual 4-H extension agent. They've been very busy. Lana and Bonita, they take care of all that business. So they'll get that to us tomorrow. There's a lot of people that go in just to make this happen. And, I've been out and around on the fairgrounds today, and I know you as well. Last night we were kind of looking around, and you just look at a community that comes together for one huge event.
It is, and if you haven't been here in a couple of years, you'll notice a lot of changes, and you'll also notice there's a lot more opportunities to look at things. Our car dealerships are more involved, and Honda's being a part of it this year as well. So those are some different opportunities. There's some different, Silkings International being one that is new to the community and is participating. And so we look forward to seeing, continued growth, and I think they're about out of space. If you look around, everything's packed in here pretty tight. If you haven't made it out to the fair in a year or two, or you haven't been out yet today, please come out and see us sometime this week.
And this year they did a restructuring from the large free event, kind of moved things back into the farm and home building. We're thankful to be here along with that move, but it opened up a lot of space. I made it very open. Where our booth is at, we can look across and see the livestock barn and just kind of see what's going on. So, and the food vendors, you start looking around. We have lemonade that's from the church. The Optimist Club is here this year. We have Fuzz Tops. We have Let's Fish.
And there's some new ones this year too that have popped up. I don't know all their names. You'll have to find them.
That's right.
There are becoming some new traditions like the donut burger and different items. So I know everybody maybe has their routine and has their place, but you might want to take a lap around, as CEO of the hospital Rex McKinney mentioned they were going to do as well.
All right, we'll take another quick short break. When we come back, we'll get ready to wrap it up so they can present the court tonight. So we'll be back on Tree Country 1330 WTRE.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Selking International is thrilled to announce we have acquired Shirks International. Shirks has been a part of the Greensboro community for over 60 years, and we proudly introduce ourselves as the new owners and operators of the International Truck Dealership in this area. We understand the importance of Shirks' legacy and the trust they have built over the years. We pledge to honor their storied reputation while forging ahead with our customer-centric approach. Selk International has been a family-owned and operated business for 54 years, and we understand the importance of our community, trust, and customer service. Together, let's drive forward for a bright future.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. We are back with our Fair News Live at 5, brought to you by Selking International. It's been quite a day.
It has been. So as we wrap up the first evening, we look forward to seeing everyone out here this week at the Decatur County Fair. I know I'm excited to be here along with you each night as we cover activity that's happening. Thanks to WTRE for providing this to the community, both on air and online, and then also you're broadcasting some of the other larger livestock shows. And then also on site. So we would be glad to have you join us in any of that. There's a whole bunch of sponsors behind this that we've been hearing ads from that help bring this together, but it really is a full community activity.
It is, and it takes the whole community to put it through. Coming up once again this evening, they are going to be presenting, and they're making their first public appearance now. Tonight they'll be crowning the 4-H King and Queen, presenting Miss Decatur County in her court. So they're coming across the stage now so that you can see them on video if you're home or here in person. All of these men and women do a great job and put a lot into their 4-H projects, and we're excited to see who will be crowned tonight, the 4-H King and Queen. So a round of applause for our potentials up here. We want to thank everyone. We got a big crowd tonight. Again, I think it might be for them, but thanks everyone for being attentive and being here tonight. We will be back tomorrow night with Fair News Live at 5, brought to you by Selking International, along with all of our other sponsors. Again, thanks to everyone behind the scenes. It takes a village. It does not take one or two of us to make this happen. So we'll be back tomorrow night with all kinds of good news. For Tree Country, I'm Emily Versman.
And I'm Joshua Marsh. Have a great evening.